Hey everybody, this is Black Hat Archer here with Practical Bushcraft. Alright, today I wanted to go over one of my favorite arrows I've ever made. Mostly because this is the last one remaining. The other 5 were lost in the bushes. One actually snapped when it hit a rock. It shattered. And this is the last one left, and I figured I should shoot a video of it, because I figure for it to survive like that, this is a lucky arrow. Anyway, this is a birch dowel arrow, and I bought this at the hardware store for 35 cents. Lately I've heard people whine about how it's not really traditional buying dowels from the hardware store, but to be honest, if anyone who knows who Ishi is, the legendary caveman Indian who showed up in modern-day California back in 1911, I believe, 20th century, you know. But he, after he was brought into captivity, yes, I'm calling it captivity, he himself used birch dowels extensively for making his arrows. And if he's willing to use them, I guess I should too. But you have to pick and choose with these. You want to look for ones that have straight grain going all the way through them. You want to gently bend them to see if they feel right, if they're the right kind of stiffness. Only a little bit of experience will be able to tell you what kind of stiffness you want. Anyway, this is a bone point I added on here. You can see the bone marrow that I left on there. I found it added to the appearance of the arrow. The other side's nice and smooth. I hafted this on with a drop of wood glue and then wrapped it with artificial sinew. Used a whip finish on the end. These are actually red-tailed hawk tail feathers and trimmed them in. These are attached with real sinew and this little after I installed the fletchings, I found that they started rising up a little bit in the middle, so I tied them down with some real sinew. The knock. This is like one of my best knocks I've ever made. Alright, and right here, these markings right here is called a crest. These are actually kind of important when you're working in a group with other people. Because when you've got like a bunch of people, say 4 or 5 guys like I do when we're out hunting and stuff, we've got like 4 or 5 people making camp. We each have our own quivers, our own bows, shooting our own arrows and all this stuff. And you need a kind of insignia, if you will, on your tools to be able to identify them from one to the other. And when there's like 4 or 5 people with their own batch of arrows, constantly making more, constantly losing them, you really need to identify which arrows are yours and which are not. Right? And yeah, I'm actually very proud of this arrow. Just wanted to quickly go over what I did with those cattail stock arrows shafts. These have been sitting around for about a month now. I keep them in my hip quiver to dry out. There's 6 of them left. There was, 13 of them. Now there's only 6, because I screwed up a couple of them as I was straightening them. Word of caution, you have to be extremely careful as you're straightening these out, because they take almost no bending whatsoever. You can only bend it about 2-ish degrees, then you have to let it cool, then rebend it. You have to be really careful with it, because there is no like you feel that creeping feeling like in wood, and then it just snaps. This stuff, there is none of that. You're just bending it, it's going good, and all of a sudden it just folds inward and is ruined. So you got to be really careful. Fortunately, these are so straight from the get-go that they required almost no straightening whatsoever, which was really good. As you can see, these are all very, very straight arrows. Right? I am still going to let them sit around for a week or 2 more, so that they'll be sitting around for approximately a month and a half to dry. Because I found that these dry out quicker than wood, because they're the spongy core. It dries out really fast. So, yeah. That's about it for this video. So, where's the button? Oh, here we go. Alright, see you YouTube. Goodbye. Oh, how do you like the backpack? Pretty cool, huh? It's empty right now. I gotta repack it up at some point for the coming springtime in the next few months. Well, anyway, see ya. Goodbye.